Investigators are investigating beauty brands Benefit and Sephora for covertly marketing anti-aging treatments and other beauty products to children. They suspect parent company LVMH of recruiting young influencers to market skincare to children.
Dow up 129. This is CBS News.
Go to the ends of the earth, half a world away. Reach for the stars.
It might take time to think. They might go get Brad.
On CBS, Sunday morning.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Welcome into the Roundtable. I'm Andy Herzer, founder and executive director of First Shot. I get to welcome in 3. I don't even know when they sleep. They do so much in our community. Missy Lay, Frank Clayton, and Becky Clayton, and I mean that honestly. And you guys do it with such, I guess, cheer and enthusiasm. I think we all love where we live, or we wouldn't be living here still. But first, Frank, you're now the president of the Rutherford County Kiwanis Club that meets at 5 o'clock in Smyrna at the Remington Club. 5 years ago, that club didn't exist. 3 years ago, that club didn't exist. Give us an update of how it's going and what's going on today.
Yeah, so Rutherford County Kiwanis Club was founded a couple years ago, and today will be our second birthday celebration. We've got... we're about 20 members strong right now, and we're going to have some folks over today to learn more about Kiwanis. We've also got some service projects waiting for folks who want to come by from 4 to 6 and just give them a chance to learn more about Kiwanis and what we do and what we do within the community.
So when we were talking off air, I knew one of the 5 that you're having in today, and I think that's kind of common in today's world. I'm worried about First Shot.
Right.
First Shot and the Soldier's Child did a sports camp a couple years together. They're the only one I'm familiar with. So give us who they are and why they're important in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got, as part of the service fair that we're doing, so we decided that since Kiwanis, people want to know, what's Kiwanis, what do they do? So we thought, let's show them, like literally, let's bring it to one place so people can come and have an opportunity to do service right there. And so we've got the 5 nonprofits that will be on site, and those are A Soldier's Child, which you mentioned. They're going to have a project with birthday scrolls. So, they send out birthday boxes to children of fallen soldiers every month. And so the scrolls that go in there that the children receive, our volunteers will be working on that today. Then Archie, go ahead.
I want to interrupt you. Just so you know, those kids, because I've gotten to meet them personally from all over. We had some kids from Hawaii come into one of the camps. They're the most grateful, gracious kids on the planet.
Yeah.
And they've lost a parent. And again, what they do all over our country, it's just not here in Tennessee. They do all 50 states, and it's an amazing organization. So I just had to put my plug in.
Yeah. And so if people want to learn more about that, they'll be able to visit. There'll be a representative from A Soldier's Child, so they can, gain information about this or any of the organizations that are there, and they might find a connection that'll make them want to volunteer, more with them. Archie's Promise is going to be there. So Archie's Promise, they started as an organization that was doing formal wear for young ladies in Rutherford County that needed assistance with, proms, things like that. They've got a formal shop. But over the last few years, they have transitioned into also doing vending machines in our schools, our Boys and Girls Clubs, for hygiene products. And so the Murfreesboro Kiwanis Club actually sponsored one out at Rockvale, at the middle school a couple years ago. And so they purchased that machine, and they stock that machine, that club does, every year. And then the children who are identified, through the schools will get like a card where they can go into the guidance office, in privacy.
Yep.
And they can scan it and they can get those items that they need. And so today we'll be helping to bag those items that are going to be going into those machines. So that'll be happening today as well. So we're also working on a project. Habitat for Humanity will be there. With it being spring break, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, that are out. But Sweet Addiction also is partnering with us today. They won't be on site, but we're doing Easter baskets for families. So like mothers, single mothers who've got kids that are in their program. So the ones going through the Habitat program right now to purchase their first home. And then the ladies in the Sweet Addiction program who have kids, we're helping to make Easter baskets for their kids to help kind of lighten the load this Easter week. So that'll be a fun thing. We've got all the items and we need people to come and help put together those Easter baskets. Where am I going next? We've got Read to Succeed. I was just emailing with Jolene a few minutes ago over there, and we're going to be stamping books and things for their, they have a one book, which Kiwanis Murfreesboro is donating quite a few of those books, and they'll be getting little labels in there that say this book was donated by Kiwanis, and then their books will get stamped, and those are books that they give away every year. They choose one book that they give away to the community, and so I believe that's what we'll be doing with them. And then we've got Thriving Together Tennessee. Will be there. I'm not sure what their project's going to be today, but everybody's going to have something.
Can you tell what they do?
They work, Missy?
They work with families with Safe Baby Court. They intervene to help parents learn how to deal and with their young ones and get them educated and so forth. They do a lot of work where they farm out to other organizations. So they're kind of like the hub that kind of builds families from all of it. So like they do baskets for when families graduate from Safe Baby Court, and they will give them baskets to with some toys and things that they need and stuff like that. So,
but we're also going to make it fun. Frank, do you want to tell them about the little card they get and the prize wheel? We always got to make it a party and make it fun.
Right. So you come in and you get a pass, right? And you go through with that pass to each of the nonprofits that are there represented, learn more about them, participate in some of the service projects that are going on. And then you've got a chance to win a gift card at the end of it. So you turn in that pass, we'll put it in a tumbler kind of thing, roll out a few cards. We got about $200 worth of gift cards.
Yeah, and I think some people are bringing more to donate tonight. So we're going to give away a bunch of $25 gift cards tonight too. So, and it's free to come and enjoy.
Well, 2 years. I don't think people really realize how hard it is to start something. 2 years ago, you started the club, Frank, and you were part of it. I know Mrs. was a part of it. I remember my first 2 years in First Shot. I went hungry. And that didn't mean I wasn't making money. I went hungry because it's hard getting something off the ground. It takes a lot of energy. So kind of give us an update on membership and all of that.
Yeah, so we started, it was probably longer than 2 years ago, of course. It takes a little bit of time just to kind of get people together and talk about it. Carol Wisdom, shout out to her. She kind of spearheaded a lot of the initial organization along with Becky and some other folks from Murfreesboro Club. Of course, Missy was involved as well. in terms of just organizing people and getting together, and just what is Kiwanis and what it does, right? And so a lot of the work that we do as a civic club in the Rutherford County area is to help those other nonprofits. That's why we're having this service fair tonight, where people can kind of understand and come in and learn more about Kiwanis and how we provide our time and our money to the community. We help nonprofits, especially those that are associated with kids and families in the community. The first couple years of that, is a lot of figuring out what you're supposed to do as a club, right? And so we started out pretty early on with a lady who was president. Actually, she's a Bahamian, so she was from one of the Bahamas. Kiwanis Club was our original president there, and she really helped set a lot of the groundwork for what we do week to week right now with the club. Asinette Johnson is her name. Yeah, and she's great. Still heavily involved with the club, and she really set a lot of the precedent for what it was to be that club, along with the other members of the Murfreesboro Club that came along and helped us out with things. So yeah, it definitely took some time, and there were weeks where I showed up and I'm like, what are we doing here? What is this?
Scratching your head a lot. Or what can I do different?
Yeah. I think the kudos go to they saw a need. So Murfreesboro Kiwanis meets every Wednesday at lunch, and not everybody can do that. So they've created this club that meets after work, twice a month, which isn't the biggest commitment like that we do, but they do the same stuff. So I think that was a great niche to hit, is those people that can't come every week.
Yeah.
Does Kiwanis International give you a blueprint of do this?
Yeah, they really do.
Can you kind of talk about what those steps are?
Yeah,
because I think people ask me all the time, Becky.
Yeah.
How do you start a nonprofit? Well, you're a nonprofit, right? Kiwanis is a nonprofit that's a service club.
Yeah, so it's kind of like being a franchise. If you think about business, if you try to start your own business from scratch, you've got to build from the ground up. But when you're getting a franchise, you build from the top, and they give you the information you need to get started. And so that's kind of how I would compare, starting a Kiwanis Club, because you do have the international support, you have district support, and then you have people like Carol Wisdom that he was talking about. She is in our Murfreesboro Club, but she's also the district chair for membership. So she goes around and helps start clubs all over our Kentucky-Tennessee district. And so we are blessed to have her right here in Rutherford County. And so when she was getting into that role is when she was like, we have a need for that other second club in Rutherford County, which Rutherford County at one time I think had 4 or 5 Kiwanis clubs back when, in the 80s and 90s, when, service projects were very strong. All the people who were in business would go to their breakfast or lunch meetings, and, at some point service organizations kind of took a downturn in the late 90s, early 2000s. People just started to want to do their own things, and it kind of took a break from it, but we've kind of turned back around. But yeah, they do give you kind of the blueprint. You've got your bylaws that you have to have. They give you your set guidelines, and then your fill in the blank things for what your club will specifically be doing. So those are the things that we did about 2.5 years ago, right before we were able to charter. We had to go through all of that process. We had to put leadership in place, which is very hard to put leadership in place from a group of people that don't know each other. We had some trials and tribulations with that, but I think we did a great job getting people in place. I mean, obviously we've made it 2 years, so I think that we did a really good job putting the right people in place, and we got those bylaws done, got all our accounts set up, and got everything going. So yeah, but they definitely they do provide a lot of support, to help you with marketing and things like that. They've got the back end of the software that you get. And that's why, with an organization like this, you talk about dues and things, we do pay dues to be in Kiwanis. And so you're not just paying local dues. Those dues also make you a member of the district and international. And so we do pay for that, that honor to be able to say you are a Kiwani, and it's not just a local thing. You are internationally. You could go to almost any community in America and find a Kiwanis club, and you could walk in, look and see when their meeting is, walk in and say, I'm a Kiwani, and do you mind if I join you today? And, Steve Fushkar always makes the joke, if you know Steve, he's been a Kiwanian, I think, since the 70s. And
long time.
Yeah, long time. He was actually my first, when I started the Circle K at MTSU, which is like the college level of Kiwanis, he was my sponsor when I came in, and I was like, I need somebody to help. And bless his heart, he didn't know what he was getting into, because here we are 30 years later still doing this. But anyway.
See, but I think that's what's necessary, is we got to start our children a lot younger.
Yeah.
Being more civic minded.
Yeah. And that's what Kiwana. I got to finish my Steve joke before I forget it. So Steve said, when you're a Kiwanian, if you come and join our club, Andy, he's going to say, now that you are part of Kiwanis, any Kiwanian anywhere in the world can show up at your doorstep at 5 p.m. and expect to come in for dinner. So he said, you're part of this organization, so now you
might have just talked me out of being a Kiwani. I don't want Steve showing up on my door.
But all that to be said, the community is there, and it does branch down to the kids, because we do focus on children, and so our service leadership programs are one of the most important things. Whereas we do help all these other nonprofits, we're very proud of our service leadership, which I mentioned Circle K, but you've got the key clubs in the area high schools, which we've got some very active key clubs in Rutherford County right now. Prior to COVID, we had 7 that were very active, and things are starting to kind of get back now. The clubs and organizations kind of had a downturn, during COVID. But we go all the way down to K-Kids in the elementary schools, builders clubs in the middle schools. So the idea is that we take them from, kindergarten and bring them all the way up through Kiwanis. So we have that organization in place.
So do you guys come alongside them as the adult Kiwanis in the school? So tell me what that looks like.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so each high school has a consultant, I guess I could say, from our club. Rutherford County supports Smyrna High
and
Laverne High. In Murfreesboro, we have Central, Rockvale, Stewart's Creek, Blackman, and we're working on ones at Siegel. We're still really trying to get plugged in with them. But I can say, since I've been a member, Central had a young gentleman come in and was like, we want to do a Kiwanis. And he showed up at our meeting and was like, what do I do? And they now have 160 members. They had 4 people run for district office. So, just having an individual mentor those people, because it's hands off. There are some clubs that we just show up and just kind of watch, because they're pretty incredible humans. But it's really cool to know that when they need assistance, they can reach out to us. We help with money for a bus to go to district. We help. We do scholarships. I know Murfreesboro gives away 2 scholarships, 3 last year. We had such great applicants. We gave away 3. So whatever we can do to come alongside those students, and show them, because they also come. They were in the parade with us this year. They come to the Habitat for Humanity Cooking to Build, and they serve water with us. So just the ability for them to see us as adults serving the community and providing an example, gives them the reason to continue and move forward. We had a young lady reach out to us and she's like, I want to restart Circle K at MTSU. What do I need to do? So we're working alongside her to do that, because, when leadership goes away, when teacher sponsors go away, sometimes the clubs go away. So we're just excited to have such great humans that, young humans who really care about the community. And for the smaller school of Central to have 160 members, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They are begging for community hours from Central, because they understand that by giving, it's helping them on the back end getting scholarships. And that's what I think they don't understand. If they just give of their time and their talents, they're going to get paid forward.
Yeah, regardless of whether you're applying to college or you're going to apply for a job out of high school, whatever. People are going to ask you, who are you and what have you done? What have you done with the time that you've been given? And so, Key Club members can say, well, I've served my community. I've, ran for office. I've been a part of, Kiwanis outreach organizations and helping local nonprofits. And so, to an employer or a college applicant, it's priceless.
It worked for me. I joined Key Club. That's how I got involved in Kiwanis. So I joined Key Club in 1995. So I'm going on, this is my 31st year as a part of the Kiwanis organization, because I started when I was like 15 years old. So. And
as she said, she went to MTSU and was like, we need a Circle K.
And I started it. And I did in the scholarship. And with the service and stuff I did, I think I got, aside from the MTSU stuff, I applied for, and I got like 16 scholarships when I went to college, like all the little private ones and stuff, and it was all the service I had done through Kiwanis and Key Club.
Yep.
So let's talk about the nonprofits. If there's a young nonprofit out there that wants to come and let you guys come beside them, what do they need to do?
They really just need to reach out to us. We had a nonprofit reach out and say, can I just come tell you all what we do? And so, twice a month we have speakers come because we want to stay in the know of what's going on in our community. So we have, speakers like Andy, you've come and spoken to us. So we just have a young nonprofit that wants to come tell us who they are. And, this past month we had a gentleman who's starting a software to help nonprofits. So we were just like enamored with the potential of helping nonprofits through him. So, and once you kind of come in and you get involved, we've had, Daniel McKee reached out and said, we could really use some uniforms, because when you go to Daniel McKee, it's a alternative school. You have to come in uniform, and those kids, they're in trouble for a reason, right? They've got stuff going on at home. So we created packets of sweatshirts and polos so that they could walk in and take a packet. And it was really just because Daniel McKee reached out and we did our homework on what they did and did it meet our mission and that sort of thing. And then from there, we team up, whether it's service or dollars or, whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's just 3 or 4 Kiwanis going out and playing with the kids at Endure.
Yeah, we did that. We did that last week. That was super fun. We went out and Missy did all the minute to win it games, and because the kids, they do this kind of the same stuff, have the same routine. It's a great organization, but they have the same routine. So to break it up a little bit, and we went out and did minute to win it games. We taught them how to. Well, we all tried to learn how to fly a kite. It was kind of a gusty day to where there wasn't a continuous wind, so we were all just kind of running around pulling strings behind us. But the kids loved it.
So so just the thought that even just knowing a Kiwanian, our heart, I can speak for all of us, is service. So whether the Kiwanians as a club comes behind you, or you get 3 really excited people who believe in what you do, we're gonna do what we can to help. So a lot of times it's just letting us know who you are and what your mission is, and if it lines up with Kiwanis and our heart to help children and families in our community, it's a perfect match.
So I look at it because Endure last year at Christmas, first shot raised more money than what we were going to spend with the kids at Patterson. So I went and gave them $1,000 so they could have their Christmas. And you would have thought I gave them $1 million. And I just don't think people really realize, because I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. I raised X and it went over, so I gave that to someone local. And I think there's a lot more needs out there than what people realize in our community. They don't even realize it.
I think they take for granted that my little bit can help. I know, the 3 of us actually, we're all a part of a local organization called 100 Women Who Care and 100 Men Who Care. And so my $100 every quarter seems like nothing, but when 50 of us get together, that's $5,000 that we can give away to a nonprofit. So your little bit can make a huge difference. It's just a matter of finding those places that need it and getting plugged in.
Yeah, and another thing that I think people tend to underestimate the value of their time, right? We had a situation where we were asked, I think one of our members had asked about making signs for, it was a local Special Olympics meet at MTSU last year. And we bought some poster board and some markers, and we made some signs of, go for it, great job, that kind of thing, and went out there thinking, we just want to be there and give back to the community. And we received so much positive feedback from the parents and the people that were organizing that, they loved that you all were there.
Just
that
the smallest thing.
Yeah.
It was
$20 project in our time going out and. Because it was the end of the day, and the kids that were still there, and the stands were almost empty, but we were up there cheering them on, and it made all the difference. So it was, it's little things.
Yeah.
Service and dollars, time and talents, the whole thing. You know, Andy.
Well, I mean, it's crazy that we live in a world that there's a ton of chaos that goes on, but I think we forget to see all the good that's going on. And the three of you have been very good to First Shot and to me. Missy Lay is my event planner. She'll be my event planner until the day I'm done with First Shot. Because there's a trust, because I know she does what she says she's going to do. And so I look at it, most people that give like that are pretty good people.
Yeah.
So you guys have circled yourself with those people over the last 30 years, Becky. I mean, talk about how it's shaped you that 30 years. I mean, I don't think I've belonged to anything for 30 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's truly who I am. Like, Kiwanis is just who I am. And it's funny because there's other organizations that I'll be like, well, they never asked me to join them. And someone will be like, well, we didn't think you'd want to. You're Kiwanis. But, it is like Kiwanis, ride or die. But I mean, when you're brought up like that and you have people that treat you so well, when I was in high school and there were so many people that were my mentors. H.C. Sumter was my high school advisor at Halls High School in Knoxville. And then I had some great Kiwanians. We had two. We would meet in the mornings at 7:30, and they would come from the North Side Kiwanis Club in Knoxville and come to that. And like Mr. Sumter, when I got married after I came to MTSU, started the Circle K, graduated college, he actually came and he was the usher at my wedding. And so my high school Key Club advisor. And so it just really, it really made an impact to me for the time that people put into my life. And so I just wanted to be able to turn around and give that back. And so just like coming to Murfreesboro, going to MTSU, falling in love with it and thinking, I never even thought about leaving Murfreesboro, and I've never thought about leaving Kiwanis. And I've just,
it's relationships.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, we're going to take a break and be right back.
When it comes to your child's health,
you want care that's close, convenient,
and centered around the needs of your family.
At MMC Pediatrics, we're more than just doctors.
We're partners in your parenting journey.
Here for every growth spurt,
for every boo-boo,
every fever, and every flu.
Our team approach means that your child always sees someone that knows them.
We are MMC Pediatrics.
We are right beside you.
Every step of the way.
Lace up your best kicks for a night of impact benefiting First Shot. Join us for the annual Sneaker Ball presented by Venture Express. Spend Sunday, April 26th with NFL Hall of Famer and Super Bowl MVP Marcus Allen. The event kicks off at 6 with a VIP meet and greet at 5. Reserve your table today. Call Coach Andy Herzer at 615-631-5312. We'll see you at the Sneaker Ball benefiting First Shot on April 26th.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris, the County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Hi, this is Wanda Mills, and I'm here to invite you to come and visit Adam's Place. I love to read, and there's a monthly book club that meets and enjoys a current book. There's always something going on. We have a lot of country music, symphonies and chorus and jazz, so we all enjoy the variety.
I'd love to give you a tour of Adam's Place. Adam's Place on Memorial across from Walmart.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad.
There are no bad questions. I would encourage anybody who has been injured and they believe it's somebody else's fault to reach out to us. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, and we're happy to give answers.
Turn left, they're there. You turn right, they're there. They was just there. And to me, they're the number one. They're the number one in the world.
Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust.
The law office of John Day, they were great.
Trust the law offices of John Day.
They saved my life.
Now, Good Neighbor Events. Here's Bart Walker.
There's a free grief support group every Wednesday morning at 10 at the St. Clair Street Senior Center in Murfreesboro. The St. Clair Center is at 325 St. Clair Street in Murfreesboro at the St. Clair Senior Center. You've heard WGNS talking about Greenhouse Ministries. They need volunteers. And there are volunteer orientation sessions at Greenhouse Ministries every Wednesday afternoon at 2. Also every Thursday morning at 10. And if those don't fit your schedule, try the last Saturday of each month at 9 in the morning. Greenhouse Ministries is at 307 South Academy Street. And while we're talking about Greenhouse, their new signature fundraiser is Deep Roots New Growth. Select whether you attend the breakfast, Thursday, April 16th at 7 in the morning, or the lunch at noon. They're both at the View at Fountains. Tickets are just $25 and available online at greenhousemin.org. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor Events.
Rutherford weather.
Cloudy skies expected today with daytime highs approaching 77. Partly cloudy tonight, lows level off around 62. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS. Currently, it's 63 degrees.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Sharing Change has donated now over $12 million to local nonprofits. Find out how your spare change can make a big impact at sharingchange.org.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Welcome back into the Roundtable. I'm Andy Herzer. On this Monday morning, we're going to kind of shift gears. Missy, you're here to promote the library, our local library. Talk about what's coming up and how can people get involved.
Sure. So I work with the Rutherford County Library Foundation, which is the nonprofit arm that helps build the libraries, that help build the tech center. The foundation has helped purchase bookmobile and now wrap the bookmobiles that travel around. So they do a lot of really good work so that the library is accessible to the entire community. And they asked me to come alongside them with a nonprofit, and they wanted to do something in April, which is, can be a busy month. But
it is a busy month.
Yeah. So the idea was the Derby is the first weekend in May, and how can we do that? So there's not really a Derby event in town. So people ask me what kind of events I do. I say fun ones. So the idea is that we do a Derby with human jockeys who put on inflatable horse costumes, and it's kind of a board game style. Like each horse has its own roller, and you move around the track, and then you hit pitfalls that say, your horse got spooked by a bee, move back 2 spaces, or your neighbor hit your horse instead, go forward with his whip, go forward 2 spaces, or your horse thought it saw a rabbit and got a burst, move forward 2 spaces. So there's lots of little fun things as you go around, but it's just something entertaining about grown people having a little fun, you know? So Frank was one of our jockeys last year, and he has probably the most iconic photo from it. He wore his cowboy hat and everything. Like, he was ready to go. And, you know, each horse, we do like a literary name. So we had 50 Shades of Hay. We had Edgar Allan Poe. We had some good ones.
Frank, what were you?
I forget my horse's name. Oh my gosh, what was I last year?
I don't know, but it was awesome.
It was great. They and it wasn't just horses. It was like this whole menagerie of different animals and stuff that were going.
We had our unicorn. We randomly had a chicken. One of the children's librarians took on the chicken, and she was Emily Chickinson. Yeah, there was Ernest Hemingway. So we had a lot of fun with it. We had some of our librarians serve as the jockeys. We had a gentleman from Channel 5 come out and be a celebrity roller for us. But, you know, you just get to come out and you get to dress up in your derby attire. You get to wear your fun hat. We do have a fun little hat contest. But all the money we raise goes to support our local libraries here in Rutherford County, and it's only $20 a ticket. Kids are $10, or you can, for $50 you can get 2 adults and 2 kids. So it's a lot of fun to see, you know, like I said, grown adults having fun. We had some really great sponsors, like Middle Tennessee Electric came out with their horse, and they won the whole thing. They were so excited. Some of the sponsors were a little like, you want me to do what? You want me to wear what? So just kind of getting that first year down. Like I saw that with my Clue event. It's like convincing that first group to get involved and kind of create something was always fun. And the foundation board they came alongside and were just like, let's do it, 100%, let's do it. So some of the board members were jockeys as well. And if you have a horse, you get to create your own little paddock. We have a little paddock area, and Dana Womack at State Farm came out just guns blazing. She had the like little hobby horses to give away to the kids, and we had the therapeutic mini horse come out. Danelle Hicks brought out her little mini horse, and there was face painting, and it's a fun family friendly event that you just get to play and have fun, and all for a good cause. So this year it's the last Saturday in April. You can find out more information at theboroughderby.com, but we just have fun. We have a live band perform, and then we have our trumpets flare when it's time to race. And
where does this event take place?
It takes place at Oakland's Mansion. They have a beautiful little teardrop that kind of becomes our racetrack, and it's a lot of fun. Oakland's is always amazing to team up with some of the fun things I've got going on, but it was a lot of fun to just to create a little derby experience. And we had some really creative hats last year. Mm-hmm. Katie Hall created one for her little girl that was out of a book. Like it was chef's kiss. I mean, it was amazing. So it was just fun to see folks come, and we had prizes, and you get so many raffle tickets to kind of pick your pony, as they say. So you can, each race, you get to pick which one you think's going to win, and then the one that wins draws for a fun prize. So it's a lot of fun. It keeps them engaged. It's really silly to watch them run around in those inflatable costumes. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I just kind of think someone's going to get hurt.
No, it's not actually a race. Like people are like, I'm not running in that. Like no. It's like a board game. We roll the dice, and you trot to your next little spot, and once everybody gets in their spot or moves back their spaces or forward their spaces, then we roll again. So it's chance. You don't have to be the fastest horse. You just have to have the best roller. So yeah.
And last year we had the race, I think the main race I was in, we went around, and you're like, oh, well, they're just rolling dice and they move forward and whatever. There was a point where we had like 3 or 4 people that were 2 spaces from the end, and I think we ended up with the race. Somebody that was in like 4th place jumped in front of all of us. We ended up with 4 horses in 3rd place. I mean, it was insane. It's like
photo finish
of all the endings that could happen. So it's pretty fun to watch and just enjoy. I mean, the novelty of it, of course, people walking around, with an inflatable chicken suit, of course, that's hilarious. But just, as you watch watch it progress, it's a lot of fun, and people really get invested in the actual race once it gets started, for sure.
Yeah. Middle Tennessee Electric, their horse was bringing back the power. So, and they she was like a beauty pageant. When she won, she was like, oh my gosh, I won the whole thing. So she got like roses, and she got the medal that's in 1st place, and so we do like 3 different heats, and then the winners, the top 2 from each heat, go and compete for the finals. So once you've raced, and if you get to go on, great. If you don't, then you get to get involved and pick your pony, and and cheer on the horses and stuff. So it's just a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Kara Kemp, and she always likes to say that we need to play more. We need to play more. And so just seeing adults giggling and laughing, and, a lot of people in the community that I know for their stature and who they are in the public, just giggling and being silly. There's just something about it in the community, watching them kind of come together and have fun. It's a blast. It makes me love what I do.
So, do you need any more people?
We will always take jockeys. Like we end up using a lot of our librarians. But if you're interested in being a jockey, we are asking them to crowdsource $500 to be a jockey, and that money all goes to the Library Foundation.
So they can go out and sell their own sponsorships.
Yes, they can go out and get their friends to sponsor them for a minimum of $500. Of course, if you're a business and you want to sponsor the event as well, that also gets you a horse. You get to set up your paddock and put out information about who you are and what you do. So we give you an opportunity to promote yourself and let the community know who you are. You're also supporting literacy in our community. So any interest in being a jockey, having a little fun with us, just absolutely reach out. We would love it.
How do you reach out, and who to?
So reach out to me, Misty Lay from Wild Goose Chase Events. You can email me at info@wildgoosechase.events, or call me 615-904-4359. And then more information at boroughderby.com. You can buy your tickets. You can see our current sponsors. You can learn a little bit more about the Library Foundation, and we're just doing what we do.
So I look at all this. Tickets are very reasonable.
Yes.
So a family can come out, and it's on a Saturday. Is it Saturday afternoon?
Saturday from 2 to 5. So eat your lunch, come out in a beautiful Oakland's mansion, have a little fun, and then, you've had a great outing with your family.
So for the 3 of you, again, I think this community doesn't really understand how much you all do. And from my perspective, I think we do owe you all, the 3 of you, a great amount of gratitude, because it shapes our community. And that, I know it because of what I do. I get to see the kids that we're getting to change their lives daily. You don't always get to see that, and yet you still do what you do. Right. So why? Each of you, give me your why this is so important to you. I think it's important to know.
I mean, people say they're introverts and extroverts and whatever. I'm a joy-avert. Like if it brings joy and helps people, I'm in on it. My kids, we have a little chant at home. What's my favorite thing? And they say helping. So now they're grown and they still do that. But just there's so much joy in helping others that I can't describe it. So just knowing that I've done anything to help anyone in our community, then I'm on board. And as you said, we don't always get to see the outcome, with what we do, but we do get to see a thriving, strong community of humans in Rutherford County. So I think that makes it worth it.
Frank?
Yeah, so I'll take you back to college. When I was in college, on a lark, I took a thing called Urban Plunge where we went up to Washington, D.C. over fall break. And we were working with a lot of local nonprofits there. Just, we're staying in, a couple of folks' houses that, they're church members up there, and they're supporting this particular opportunity. I'm up there with a bunch of other college mates and knuckleheads that I hung out with, kind of thing. And so we're up there and we're literally on the street helping people. So Others Might Eat is a nonprofit that I think they're still up there in DC, and basically you're feeding unhoused people. You're going out into the community and handing out information where they can get shelter, where they can get food, that kind of thing. And then it starts something where now I'm like, oh, spring break, I'm not going to Panama City Beach. I'm going to Columbia, South Carolina with the Habitat for Humanity people. We're going to build some houses down there, right? It becomes this thing that just, as you get older, you're like, there's something that, I kind of need that. I need to be able to give back to the community. And it's not that the community needs me. I need to be doing that work. I need to have some part of me that is invested and involved in the community. And that's, it gets into you. Yeah.
Becky?
Yeah. So, I have a degree in the recording industry, music business. And the reason and what I wanted to do with that degree is I wanted to help other people, musicians who had a passion and a talent, go out and do something. So that was my, I wanted to manage a band, or I wanted to take my skills, my marketing skills, my community skills, and help someone else to do their passion. And that's kind of what it is with community service for me. I am not, I could probably never work for one nonprofit solely, because I'm passionate about so many things. Like, I want to help everyone, and that's kind of what Kiwanis is. We want to help as many people as we can. And so I like to use my skills to help those individuals with those organizations who are passionate about it. Your passion is helping those kids through sports. We've got people who want to help children with reading. We've got people who want to help adults get housed, all of those things. So I like to find those people who have those passions, and I want to use my skills to help them fulfill their mission. So I may not be, like you said, seeing it firsthand and being, working at the Journey Home and seeing those people that they're helping. However, if I can do something, if I can go in and work in the back of the kitchen and make sure they're fed that day, or if I can donate items to their closet, those things, the little things that I can do, or just have people come out to our Kiwanis thing tonight and learn about those organizations. Yeah. So we're helping move forward the missions of the people who are really passionate about those individual things to make the community a better place. And so that's kind of the way, and I think that's why I was so drawn to Kiwanis and, Volunteer Rutherford that I ran for many years. Connecting citizens to service. That was our mission there. And I feel like that's kind of my calling, is to help other people get connected with opportunities. And that just makes a much bigger impact,
Yeah, it's exponential for sure.
Well, you three are amazing to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And but we're going to go right back to Frank. Talk about the event one last time here.
Sure.
Second anniversary for the Rutherford County Kiwanis Club.
Correct. We're having it's a birthday party, basically. We're going to have, there's food and drink. There's going to be, the Chamber of Commerce is going to come out and join us. So we're going to have some...
They need to bring us gifts, too. We forgot that.
Oh, yeah. And then for Candle Wishes, if you want to bring a new unwrapped toy or gift, like a Barbie or a Spider-Man toy or Legos, that would be a huge help. All that goes to our Candle Wishes events late in the year.
Talk about that a little bit, because a lot of people, again, I'm telling you, I know about it because of you three.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it until I heard you guys talking about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, maybe
What
you
is
should.
Candle Wish?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I actually learned about Candle Wishes when I was visiting the evening Kiwanis Club at that point. So that would have been in like 2006. They met it through the grapevine. That was before. That was the old Murfreesboro Club, which is now merged with our club, and we are now that club. So that's how those things have happened. But Jenny Williams was talking, or she was Jenny King then, I guess, high schooler, Blackman High School, that had started this organization, and I just fell in love with it. And Kiwanis adopted it as a project, and we have been hosting their largest party of the year every November. We have over 350 people come out to Blackman High School, and these children who might not otherwise have a birthday party.
So Jenny basically organizes these children who would often not have a birthday party, gift, cake, whatever, and each month she organizes a party for them and their families to come out and have a party, and then they all get adopted in one shape, form, or fashion from someone in our community to give them gifts. And so with Murfreesboro Kiwanis, we do their December, January birthday, so we do twice the amount, but we do throw a big party, like she said, with 350 people at Blackman High School for these kids. So Jenny, like I said, from high school started that program, and so as Becky was saying, coming alongside those people who have the passions, coming alongside those people who know where they serve and serve best, helps us build a better community, because we can help advance that. So
Yeah. So tonight we'll be at Remington Room from 4 to 6, and come on out, enjoy it. Come take some time, do a service project with us, and
it's come and go. So if you can't make it till 5, come on out.
Yeah, we'll be there the whole time. So,
well, again, we're going to take our final break and be right back.
When it comes to your child's health,
You want care that's close, convenient,
and centered around the needs of your family.
At MMC Pediatrics, we're more than just doctors.
We're partners in your parenting journey.
here for every growth spurt,
for every boo-boo,
every fever, and every flu.
Our team approach means that your child always sees someone that knows them.
We are MMC Pediatrics.
We are right beside you.
Every step of the way.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris, I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
a 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Choosing the right insurance can be overwhelming. That's where Recall at Rayburn Insurance comes in. At Rayburn, we're not just about policies, we're about people. Recall will take the time to understand your needs and find the best coverage at the best price. We've been serving our community since 1973. So why not let Recall take the stress out of insurance? Recall at Rayburn Insurance Agency, where you're more than just a policy number. You're our neighbors.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit ChooseChip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
This This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Welcome back into the Roundtable. I'm Andy Herzer, here with Missy Lay, Frank, and Becky Clayton. You guys, the hour always goes by fast when I hang with you all. First, again, let's just, this afternoon, 4 to 6 at the Remington Room. That's in Smyrna. Again, serving our north end of the county. Talk about, again, I think the 5 that you guys have coming are amazing what they do. Mention the 5 service organizations again, Frank, if you don't mind, or Becky.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we've got a Soldier's Child will be there. We'll be doing Easter baskets for both Sweet Addiction and Habitat. Habitat will be there with us there tonight. Thriving Together Tennessee, Archie's Promise, and then Read to Succeed. So
my question, if they can't make it and they want to help with those Easter baskets, what do they need to do?
Yeah, I think they can go to our, we have a Facebook page, or you can go to our website, which kind of redirects right now. It's RUCO, so R-U-C-O, Kiwanis, KIWANIS.com. That'll get you to the page and all of our activities. They can reach out to us, of course, at Rutherford Kiwanis at gmail.com as well, via email.
And if you're out there and you want to find somewhere to get plugged in, like Kiwanis is an amazing organization. You know, we in Murfreesboro, we meet every Wednesday. We do not keep attendance, so if you can't make it, it's okay. But I've learned so much about the community through this, and then again have found so many organizations that I didn't know existed. And then in the evenings, twice a month with Rutherford County Kiwanis, like
first and third Mondays.
We're doing it. Like, it's not just, hey, let me write you a check. Like, we're doing the work.
Yeah.
And it's very rewarding.
Well, again, I want to thank each one of you for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate it. And again, that's it for today.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.